Coming up, 2 men killed overnight in D.C. What happened after police arrived to a fatal stabbing not far from Union Station? Spirit sunsets. Spirit Airlines ending business for good. All flights have now been canceled. How flyers were impacted after the sudden departure, and which airlines are stepping up to help stranded passengers? Access denied. Abortion advocates aghast after a court blocked a popular bill from being sent through the mail. How they're pushing back after the biggest jolt to abortion access since Roe versus Wade was overturned.
And today it was quite cloudy out there, and it was a little on the cooler side. Speaking of cool, it's going to be downright freezing tonight for some. We'll talk about that coming up.
A Porch Fest party is everybody's party, taking you to the musical afternoon in the district, celebrating song and community in the heart of Adams Morgan. And diving into those travel savings, summer months on the road will soon arrive. We'll share how to avoid a multi-$1,000 misstep when booking your next getaway. One family's word of advice to stretch your dollar.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And good Saturday evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. We begin tonight in the district. A man was found shot and killed in Southeast early this morning. Police say that he was hit with several bullets. Investigators responded to Langston Place in the Woodland community near Suitland Parkway right after 12:45 a.m. Police say medics tried to save the man's life. He died on scene. No word on who the man is or any suspect descriptions. And around the same time of that shooting, D.C. police say that a man was stabbed to death in the Noma neighborhood and a suspect was taken into custody. Police say they responded to a report of someone with a knife on 1st Street near L Street around 12:45. That's not far from Union Station. And it's there a man was found with several stab wounds. He died at the hospital. D.C. police tell us that the suspect was still on scene when officers showed up. They were sent to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. It is unclear if the two people knew each other. No word on the identities of the two involved. 2 men are reportedly fighting for their life after an industrial accident this morning in Prince George's County. Details we know right now, County Fire and EMS say the accident happened in Brandywine around 9:30 a.m. That's near the site of Elion Logistics Park near Park DC near Route 301. Officials say it appears the 2 men were conducting air pressure testing on a pipe system at the time of the accident. However, exactly what happened is still unknown. All right, all flights have been canceled with Spirit Airlines. The low-cost airline announced that they have gone out of business after 34 years in the skies. DC News Now's Dave Laval talked to passengers impacted by Spirit hanging up their hat as other airlines start to fill the void.
So I was waiting at the airport, took a little quick nap.
Nick London finally made it home to Anne Arundel County after Spirit Airlines canceled his flight at Boston's Logan International Airport.
At around 2:30 this morning, I got the notification that my flight was canceled, and around 5:30 I had to find a replacement flight to get down here.
Thanks to Delta, London did arrive back at BWI Airport for an extra $200.
Pretty frustrating, knowing that I booked the flight a couple weeks ago, which was kind of figured out so I didn't have to spend extra money to get back home.
The Spirit counters at the airport remain empty following Saturday morning's decision to shut down operations after the airline failed to get federal funding Friday.
Right now, I'm stuck over here in Baltimore, and I don't know what to do.
Sohan Lowell had been scheduled to fly Spirit to Houston. He turned to United Airlines, which offered to help stranded passengers from its former rival.
One-way ticket is $479, which one I can't afford it. I'm old man.
Spirit had served BWI since 2012 and had been the airport's 6th busiest airline before it went out of business. The airline is gone. Soon, so will the remaining traces of the discount carrier. At BWI, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Quite a shift in the way we get around, Dave. Thank you. It's United Airlines who says they want to support now former Spirit Airlines customers after the low-fare airline announced its shutdown. United is offering special prices for those impacted for the next 2 weeks. They say most special nonstop fares are capped at $199. Longer and connecting flights are priced no higher than $299 in United Economy. Our Tosin Fakile talked to the managing director for United at Dulles International Airport, also a former Spirit Airlines employee, on how United is supporting former Spirit Airline employees.
You guys are also helping Spirit Airline employees. Talk to me about what it is you guys are doing.
Yeah, we also have a website, united.com/Spirit employees, and the employees can go on there and see what kind of past travel options we can offer them for those employees who are trying to get to home destinations, those types of things. We also have on there access to open positions and future potential employment with United Airlines.
Henry Bird, whom we just heard from, said Spirit Airlines customers can access the special United ticket prices at united.com/special fare. JetBlue and Delta have also announced assistance for Spirit customers. All right, 9:06, meteorologist Scott Sumner is back with a look at the forecast. All right, so Sunday, are we going to be able to enjoy it? I know some of us are going to have to get through a little cold spell tonight.
I was going to say, you might want to fly out down to Cuba or someplace, Miami, get away from the cold here. Yeah, we have actually overnight frost advisories, and we have freeze warnings, which are in the darker shade of blue. That's at 28 to 32 degree range, 33 to 36 in the frosty areas, which does include the Cumberland Valley down through the Shenandoah Valley. It does not include D.C. D.C. and the Beltway area. Will be chilly tonight, but not quite 36 degrees or not quite 32 degrees. So, yeah, unfortunately for those folks who are living much further west, well, much further, I'd say 40 miles or so to the west, you'll be impacted here. Right now in D.C., we're a double nickel, 55 under mostly cloudy skies. And as far as the overnight lows, will drop down to the lower 40s, maybe some middle 40s in and around Anne Arundel County and Calvert County, and then turn the corner, and we'll get up to about a similar temperature as what we were today. We'll get into that coming up in the main weather in just a little bit. But here, plan your evening tonight, whether it's 11 at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. If you happen to be out and about, temperatures are going to be hovering around that 50-degree mark, and we'll also see reduction in the cloud coverage. That's why we'll get a little frosty in places. We'll talk more about the 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Ben?
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Scott. We've learned that 2 guns were found in 2 days at the same high school in Charles County, Maryland, and one of them is believed to have been made with a 3D printer. The Charles County Sheriff's Office says that investigators discovered a 3D printer at one student's home that was used to make a ghost gun. Untraceable with no serial numbers, but the list of concerning finds only grows from there. DC News Now's Yamarisa Say tells us more about the disturbing discoveries.
After these back-to-back incidents where they found 2 guns in separate incidents right here at St. Charles High School, what they found after was definitely concerning. And when they got search warrants, they went into these students' home, found a 3D printer they believe was used to make a gun, and then also 6 additional guns inside another student's home. Now, parents I spoke with say they're not surprised by what happened, but they definitely say they're glad these students were caught before anyone got hurt.
I'm just happy that it didn't go off and nobody was hurt.
Just one day after those back-to-back incidents at St. Charles High School, the Charles County Sheriff's Office says it uncovered something else even more alarming. A 3D printer inside one student's home that investigators believe may have been used to make a firearm.
Many parents may not recognize what that equipment is or understand its potential.
In a separate case, deputies say a fully automatic gun was found in another student's locker. That discovery led to another search where investigators say they found 6 more firearms, along with ammunition, magazines, and accessories. 4 of those guns and all the ammunition were located inside the student's bedroom.
This is unacceptable behavior. The fact that multiple students have access to loaded firearms should stop everyone in their tracks.
Both cases involve 15-year-old students, and both led to arrests. Parents applauded the school and sheriff's office for their quick action.
The first day with the gun on the bus, the kids said something, which is great because most kids wasn't doing that. And then the second day, school administrators and resource officers handled it correctly, so it seems like the system that they have in place works.
Still, they say there's room for improvement when it comes to school safety.
Metal detectors, but I don't want the kids to feel like they going to school in a prison at the same time. So, It's a sad thing, but at the same time, it's a give and take.
Now, it's not clear what charges these students could face, but this is an ongoing investigation. Reporting in Waldorf, Maryland, I'm Yammer Sasay, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Yob. The creator of a widely used abortion pill has asked the U.S. Supreme Court to block yesterday's ruling from a lower court that stopped orders of mifepristone through the mail. That ruling is the biggest shock to abortion access in the U.S. since Roe versus Wade was overturned. Mifepristone maker Danco Laboratories asked the nation's highest court to block a Louisiana-based federal appellate court's unanimous ruling yesterday. That ruling requires mifepristone be distributed in person only and at clinics, despite regulations by the FDA allowing for mail delivery. The Associated Press says yesterday's ruling is in effect while the case works its way through the courts. It affects all 50 states, even those without abortion restrictions. Folks traveled the world today without having to leave the country. It was Embassy Day in the district. Nations opened their doors to share a piece of their own culture and history, including Ukraine. They were among dozens of host nations to welcome folks inside from 9 this morning to 5:30 this evening. This happened to be the first time Ukraine opened their embassy doors, too. They showcased music and drone technology, which is being used in the war with Russia. The event at every participating embassy serves as a moment to welcome people from all nations to learn more about international cultures and find a shared sense of community.
Really important to share Ukrainian hospitality, and we want to say that with support of other countries we can continue to grow and support with food for everyone.
Admission was free for everybody who attended today. All right, get a load of this. And they're off. The annual running of the Chihuahuas returned this afternoon in the Wharf in D.C. Yes, this is a thing. It happens every single year. In the end, Chi-Ti finished first following a second-place finish a year ago. They called it a redemption for the dog and dog parent, but getting ready for the big race provided some challenges.
Honestly, the hardest part was finding a place where he could have a lot of distractions like here, and that was the hardest part. So I kind of was able to make him pay attention and stay focused on me.
It's really important that we have fosters that take in our dogs so that they are not euthanized. All of our dogs come from high kill shelters.
Overall, more than 150 dogs took part in today's competition. Little legs can do a lot of damage, right? This was sponsored by Rural Dog Rescue. Hot dog. Coming up, helping you stretch your dollar to make sure that your summer rental is a dream vacation and not a financial nightmare. Stick around.